All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. This is StreamYard, so sometimes there is a 20 to 30-second delay. Yeah, go ahead and put a one in the chat if you can hear me. All right. And let me just take care of some things on the back end really quickly. Listen. There is okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So, all right, let me just say that this has been a very, very interesting week. This has been a very interesting week. Okay. This has been an interesting week. And yeah, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. Let me see. Hold on one second because of course people like to text me whenever I am busy. So let me just do this really quickly. I'm going to turn off my phone as much as I can. As much as I can. Okay. So like I said, all right, this has been an interesting week spiritually. This has been a very interesting week spiritually. Very interesting week. I really think this Scorpio full moon that we just had was doing a lot of different things, right? I told you all, if you did not watch my video, the astrology for this week, listen, we're still getting a lot of hits and information from the Saturn is at 29 degrees of Pisces. That trash bag portal is open. Okay, all the things that need to go in the trash. Okay, all of the things that are receiving their reckoning, all of that is happening through that portal. Okay. Okay, because we got, Senor Chris Brown, not only arrested in the UK, but Senor Chris Brown has been denied bail. And you better believe I'm gonna read on that. I'm gonna do a separate reading on that because baby, we need to be nosy. We need to be nosy. And we just need to get into it. Okay. We just need to get into it. Um Hallie, she's been granted a restraining order against DDG, and she has custody of that baby right now. Listen, then we had the plantation fire burning up. Listen, things are good. Things are um things are doing their thing. So, it just is what it is. So, let's get into it. Now, let me just say that this Diddy trial reading, this is going to be a series, okay? And I want to take it in chunks, okay? This is the end of week 1. His trial has been advertised to run maybe about 8 weeks. So we will revisit and have another live stream reading at about the 4-week mark, okay? And then when the trial concludes, I will do a live reading when the trial concludes, or whatever the verdict is. We will come back in. So this is going to be a series of 3. This is going to be a series of 3. Let me see something. My phone is over here. Every time I say a series, my phone think I'm saying Siri. No, baby, I'm not calling you. I'm not calling you, baby. Um, So yeah, let me give a shout out to everybody who's here. Empress Kia, Sleepy Bee, Sexy RN, Misi, Miss Anonymous. Hey girl, Donna. Hey Fuzzy, Sweet Aces Silhouette. Okay. So, okay. So we are going to get into it. I want to start by pulling some cards and just seeing what's the energy right now of this trial, being that this first week is over with. Okay. Hey, tell me that part. Um, you know, and we'll see whatever spirit has to tell us. We'll see whatever spirit has to tell us. I am only going to be reading what tarot tells me. I'm not reading into anyone's feelings. I'm not reading into anyone's thoughts. I am only bringing you the information that's being sent to me by spirit coming through, the interpretation of these cards. Okay, so whatever comes up is whatever comes up. Okay, now you all know how it goes. When you want to ask a question, you have to put either a purple heart or a purple crystal ball so that I know that you're asking a question. All right. Mods, if you see anybody coming into the chat being dusty, being negative, being disrespectful, zap them, make them disappear. Y'all know I don't play that. Okay. I'm team off with their heads. All right. So let me just pull some cards so we can kind of get into it. So we can kind of get into the energies. Okay. Yeah, y'all know I love me a good block party. Listen, I see people interacting on other people's posts on Blue Sky and on Threads, and I just block them so I never have to see them again. They be talking that yin yang. Okay, so y'all know I don't play that. Okay, um, yeah. So, all right, let's get into some general energies. Okay, let me bring this down just a little bit so people can see. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, a woman with money. Eight of Swords in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Hey, the Honorable Leg Jewelry. Okay. 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 Listen. Listen. This Eight of Swords. Okay. Being tied up, being in a prison of your own making. Things that you may say that aren't being considered. Um, okay. So this is this energy. Like I said, we have this woman here. Nine of Pentacles. This is a woman that's beautiful. This is a woman that has money. And then we have this Queen of Pentacles. But this Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. This Queen of Pentacles is not fortunate. Okay, she has the money, but like I said, this is upside down. This Queen is reversed. Okay, so this Queen she's upside down. She's not in the position that she wants to be in. She's not where she wants to be. She has the potential to lose it. She has the potential to lose it all. Okay. So I kind of feel like this could be Cassie. I don't know. We're just getting into it. This could be Cassie. Okay, this could be Cassie. Cassie is we all know Cassie Ventura. She has been on the stand. She has been giving testimony this week. Okay, so I'm just pulling cards. I'm just seeing what the energy is right now. What the spirit wants to tell us. Okay. This woman was in a relationship. This is the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. Whoever this woman is, and we're going to see. And I want you all to make sure that you start paying attention to the cards, the energies, because we're probably going to see some of these come up more and more. Okay. Relationship was in a relationship. Relationship is over. Okay. Let's see that. Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands. This is definitely the card of success. Okay. And shout out to the sun right now. The sun is bringing us some good light to look at these cards. Shout out to the sun. Amen. Okay. The chariot in reverse. This is our first major arcana card here. Okay. First major arcana card. Chariot is in reverse. Okay. The forward momentum has stopped. The forward momentum has stopped. Control, the control that should be had is not being taken. So losing control. There's a loss of control. Okay. And the loss of control comes because there's a struggle between emotions and the mental state. Okay. Mind wants this, emotions want that. Because of this struggle, the mental state, the emotions, this struggle, this person is off course. This person is not going in the direction that they want to. This person has lost control, okay? Because they're out of balance, they're out of whack. So, um, the honorable leg jury said, what if it's Mary? I don't know who Mary is. I don't know who Mary is. I'm just reading these cards. I'm reading it as it goes. You all know more about these people than I do. Okay, so this is the energetics right now. This energy right now, as it pertains to this trial, this is very female heavy. This is very woman heavy. So the energies of a woman or women in romantic relationships, in these partnerships that were supposed to be sacred and wholesome, losing control. Things didn't go the way that they wanted them to go. Okay. And like I said, this Eight of Swords here in reverse. I mean, listen. Um, yeah, yeah. We have the Six of Wands here. So right now, okay, right now things are okay for this woman, but if this is the future, things may go crazy. Things may go crazy. So these are just the energies right now. Um, I just want to pull a couple more cards on the energy of the trial. On the energy of the trial, because we're talking about the trial. We are talking about participants, people who have testified and whatnot so far. This is the trial so far. Okay. This is the energies of the trial. This is the end of week 1. I feel like I need to pull just a couple more before we get into answering these questions. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay, then. So losing money. Losing money. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Losing coin. Coin has been lost. Oh, here we go again. Okay, so now we're starting to see things. Now we're starting to see things. Two of Cups in reverse. A relationship that went wrong, a relationship that's ended, a relationship that is over. This is supposed to be a serious, significant relationships. This is Two of Cups. This is Venus energy. Okay. Hey, Mons. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. So Five of Wands, when you're seeing it upright, right? You see the hippo is getting the beating of its life. Okay. The hippo is getting the beating of its life. But this card is reversed. It's reversed. So losing out money. And this is money loss from something in the past. Something in the past happened that is causing the money loss now. Okay. A relationship that went wrong, a relationship that wasn't as good as it was supposed to be, a relationship that ended. Okay. And then we have this Five of Wands. Okay. So the beatings have stopped. The risk and the harm has stopped. Okay. I really feel like, and I have to go with what I feel. I really feel like a lot of this preliminary energy right here, I really feel like this is telling Cassie's story. I really feel like this is telling Cassie's story, or that it's energetics that goes along with what she has testified to thus far. Okay. I have to go with what's in front of me. Okay. I really feel like this is talking about Cassie, especially because she has been called the star witness. Okay. Okay. So this is what spirit is talking about right now. This is what spirit is talking about right now. Okay. So all right. So the first question is, now I'm going to get into these questions. The first question is from Sexy RN, and Sexy RN asks, did his team release the video with all Usher, French Montana, ASAP Rocky to TMZ? Now make sure when you all are asking questions, we're asking about the trial so far. Ask about the energies of the trial so far, things pertaining to the trial. We're sticking with the trial right now. This is about Diddy's federal trial case in week 1. Okay. So that's what I want you all to ask. Okay. Let me answer this question. Hey Muffin. Hey Mons. Okay. Let's see. Did the team release it? Okay, Two of Cups. So this Two of Cups is just coming up. Ace of Swords in reverse. Six of Wands. Ooh, I hope this isn't what I think it is. Let me move my phone down here. I hope this isn't what I think it is. Mm. Y'all, I'm getting a lot here. I'm getting a lot here. I'm getting a lot here. Now, Sexy RN, I don't know what video you're talking about. I don't know what video you're talking about, but I'm seeing this as energy. What I'm looking at right here is what I'm looking at right here is things being done, things being released to hurt Cassie. This is what I'm looking at right here. This is what I'm looking at right here. Thanks, Fuzzy. Okay. And again, make sure you are asking about the trial thus far this week. Okay. I'm only answering questions about the trial this week. So whatever you could think about with whatever news you saw about the trial this week, this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm answering. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what this tape is, Sexy RN, that you're talking about. I don't know what's on the tape. I don't know who's in the tape, but I feel like whatever this is, things have been coming out to try to hurt Cassie. And I feel like things coming from, let me just say allegedly from the defendant's camp. Okay. I kind of feel like, and I'm sorry, Spirit wants to switch. I'm sorry, I have to go in the direction with where the energy is taking me. I feel like this Ace of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is text messages. I feel like this is text messages. I feel like this is testimony. Text messages and testimony about their relationship being put out, being talked about, being used to potentially hurt Cassie. Okay. Um, I don't know what happened with any text messages or any video media or anything like that. I feel like things have been released from the defendant's camp to hurt Cassie, to get rid of her shine, to remove protections around her, to weaken her. Okay. to weaken her. Um, I feel like this is energy that wants to um I feel like this is energy that wants to harm women. Okay. Like I said, this is this Two of Cups here. This is Ace of Swords in reverse. Six of Wands. This is a woman who was perched up high, successful. Okay. Reverse. The strength card is a woman. Okay. Queen of Wands, another woman. These cards are in reverse. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Whatever happened this week or whatever you're talking about, sexy Arian, this was to hurt a woman. I think this was to hurt Cassie. Okay. I think this was to hurt Cassie. Cassie, as we all know, the star witness of this week. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Let me get to the next question. The next question is from Sleepy B. And Sleepy B asks, Sleepy B asks, is his team trying to paint Cassie out to be the bad guy as well? Thank you, Sleepy B, for your question. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Um, again, I have to go with what I'm seeing and the information that I am receiving. Um, my feelings are not part of this. My feelings are not part of this. And just know if you ask a question and I have to go off in a different direction, I have to be I have to follow wherever spirit leads me. Okay? Because a lot of times spirit will turn the conversation left, but it's for a specific reason. Okay? Okay, so we have this Queen of Cups in reverse. Ciao. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. That side, the defendant side is trying to paint her out to be the bad person as well. And this is the beginning of that. This is the beginning of that. Um they want to make her seem like she was just as powerful, okay? That she was just as controlling, that she was just as deviant as the defendant, okay? Mhm. Yes, this is yes. Yes, yes, yes. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yes, yes. We got these yes. That she was knowledgeable and aware of everything, okay? Of everything. Let me tell you something. And I've been noticing this trend. I've been noticing this trend, right? Even when I did the Wendy Williams reading. Y'all remember the Wendy Williams live stream? I did the Wendy Williams live stream. I did the Halle Bailey reading the other day. I'm looking at this right now. There is energetics of wanting women to be destitute, wanting women to be financially destitute, seeing women who are making a way for themselves. And when they aren't liked anymore, or when they become a target of someone else, they want women to be financially destitute. But yeah, this is absolutely too okay because this is Nine of Cups in reverse. This is Nine of Cups in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse, that is a woman who is doing her thing, a woman that's happy, a woman that has what she needs. Okay. This is the answer is yes. Trying to paint Cassie out to be the bad guy, but not only the bad guy, a deviant, someone that was awake someone that was fully cognizant of what was going on, and pretty much saying that she's not a victim. I'm trying to think how to describe the energy I'm getting. It's kind of like, well, the consent was there. She, quote unquote, didn't walk away. Trying to make it seem like, it wasn't really him, it was her. That she was the propagator of these things. But the goal is to make her be financially destitute or for her to lose money. Okay. So, thank you for that question. The next question is from Donna. And Donna asks, oh my goodness. Will Jay-Z be made to testify against Diddy? Let's see what Spirit has to say about it. I don't know who has been named or who will be brought. But yeah, let's see. No, I don't see that right now. I don't see that right now. No. Right now, the focus is on women and abuse. Right now, it's on women and abuse, and it's on any other people that may have been facing alleged abuse at the hands of one Sean Combs. So to answer your question is right now it's no. Right now the focus is on the women. He's not he isn't even part of that right now. Right now the focus is on quote unquote taking down women. This is really sad. This is really sad. The next question is also from Donna, and Donna asks, um, how is Cassie's husband Alex truly feeling about this week's meetings with the court and the jury? Okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. All right, Spirit, what do you have to say about it? How is Alex feeling? Hmm. Yeah, Alex doesn't like this. Right now, he's more, I don't know how to describe this. He's more of this is his path, this is what he has to do. So it's like with everything that's going on, he has to maintain the course of being her husband. But let me tell you, I don't want to say it's triggering him, but it's triggering him. Hearing all this stuff from the past, this stuff from the past is triggering him. This stuff from the past is triggering him, and he's wrestling internally with um with things coming up from the past. He's wrestling internally. He's how's he feeling? Um, he's definitely putting on a good show. There's some inner turmoil there. There's some inner turmoil there, and it's just like just hearing all this stuff, whatever it is, because none of us were inside of the courtroom. Hearing all of this, yeah, this is definitely he's trying to figure out how does he maintain. He's trying to figure out how to maintain. He's wrestling with some things right now. He is definitely wrestling with some things right now. Okay, the next question is also from Donna. Donna asks, are there celebrities or rich people who were potentially more involved that we know worried about this week. Okay, so she's asking if there's some more people who's worried about the trial. Donna's asking, are there some celebs or rich people worried about the trial? Do me a favor and like this video if you haven't. Go ahead and like it. You're here watching anyway. Go ahead and like the video. Okay. 7 of Wands. Okay, so we just saw the 7 of Wands. It's back again. Chariot in reverse. We saw this earlier. Prince of Wands. Yeah, there are some people. There are some people. Yeah, there are some people who are worried about. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. Control. Listen, when your quote unquote secrets are hidden, that's control, right? With things allegedly coming out, that's losing control. Okay? That's losing control, that's losing a grip on things. Yeah, there are some people. Yes, yes, there are some people who are quote unquote worried about it. Absolutely. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. Okay, this next question is from our good sis. Let me see. It should be Sweet Ace's Silhouette. Okay. Okay. This is the next question. It's from Sweet Ace's Silhouette, and she asks, will Cassie's testimony change the children's perspective about their father? And that is a good question. That is a good question. Let's get into it. That is a good question. That's a good question. Will Cassie's testimony change the children's perspective about their father? That's a good question, baby. Okay, so these children, they're at a crossroads. They're at a crossroads. This is the Two of Swords. They're at a crossroads right now. Oh, okay. Listen, listen. I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like the answer is yes. Why? Because there is community. There is more than one person saying things, supposedly testifying truthfully in a court of law, which is what someone is supposed to do, tell the truth in court. So they're thinking about this. Okay. They're thinking about this. And then seeing these people come into a court of law. Okay. Pentacles. Pentacles absolutely can represent court. These people coming in, okay, saying these things. Listen. We got our good sis here. We got our good sis here. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I think not only Cassie's testimony, I think all of the testimony this week so far, I think is changing their minds about their father. Yeah, I think yeah. Okay, the next question is from Donna. Donna asks, why did Diddy's 3 daughters walk out of the courtroom? Okay. Give me 1 second. Why did the daughters walk out of the courtroom? Okay. So, let's see. Child. Okay, so a lot of why they walked out of the courtroom was hearing about his relationship with Cassie and hearing about the alleged drug use. Learning about this alleged drug use. Listen, listen. The drug use. The drug use. Yeah. Hearing how he quote unquote allegedly treated Cassie and the drug use. That's why they walked out of the courtroom. That's why they walked out of the courtroom. Next question is from Donna, and Donna also asks, um, did Diddy daughters know more about their father's behavior than they let on? Let's see what Spirit has to say. The drug use, the drug use, that was a lot. I mean, I don't do drugs. Um, some people do, and that's their choice to make. But the drug use. Did Diddy's daughter know more about their father's behavior than they let on? No, they didn't know more about his behavior. They were shielded. They were really shielded from a lot of things. Like, there's always rumors, there's always gossip or whatever, but I feel like the daughters were shielded from a lot. I feel like they were shielded from a lot. Now the sons, I don't know, but I feel like the daughters were shielded from a lot. Okay. So, okay. I didn't see your other question there, Donna. Let me go back to it. I'm going back to Donna's question. Donna's question is, will Justin Bieber be made a fan potentially with this trial? Let me go back to it and try and find it because I didn't see it before. I didn't see it before. So, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I did, see the entertainment news where Justin Bieber's lawyer or PR people said that nothing has happened between Diddy and Bieber. I mean, okay. Um, I don't see it right now. I don't see it right now. I don't see it right now. Now, so the answer to that is, as of right now, no. What I do see right here is that someone, someone with some perceived power, okay, someone with some perceived power, um, is definitely paying people off. Someone with some perceived power is out here paying people off. Okay. Someone with some perceived power is out here paying people off. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So next question is from Donna, and Donna asks, how is the jury and the judge truly looking at Cassie? Now, the judge is supposed to be judging and quiet and impartial. Okay. But let's see. Let's see. If you're just joining in, we are getting into the energies. This is live. We are getting into the energies of week one of Diddy's trial. And if you're just getting here, I said I was going to do this in 3 parts. Today's reading is part 1. When we get about halfway through the trial, then I'll do a live stream part 2. When the trial has concluded or when a verdict is handed down, then that will be the last part of that. That will be part three. Okay. And if you have a question that you want to ask, keep your question to the events of the trial this week. Okay. Keep your questions to the event of the trial this week. So whatever happened this week, if you have a question, you want to be nosy, go ahead and do that. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Okay. Okay, listen. Um, right now they looking at her like she trash. They're looking at Cassie like she's trash. They feel like Cassie is hiding things or Cassie isn't being truthful about things. They kind of feel like they don't feel okay, so they know about the tape. We've all seen that horrible tape with the beating in the hallway, right? But it goes beyond that. Right now they're thinking that she wasn't a she wasn't a victim and she wasn't abused. This is what they're thinking right now. Their thoughts can change at any point in time. But right now, they say that Cassie is hiding stuff. Okay, Cassie is hiding things. That she wasn't a victim. She wasn't, getting beat, abused in the way that she was. And they don't think highly of her. They don't think highly of her, and they're not thinking, yeah, yeah. Mhm. They also think like, okay, ma'am, you were not some innocent lamb. You did things too. Okay. Yeah, community is not on her side right now. As far as the judge and those jurors right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Community not on her side right now, as far as the judge and them jurors. So thank you for that question, Donna. Okay. The next question is from our good sis, Sweet Ace of Silhouette, and she asks, does Cassie's testimony change her husband's perspective about her? That is a good question. That is a good question. And I've tried to stay out of these conversations online today. So, I just made sure I was doing my workouts and, I was looking into Chris Brown and I was looking into that plantation in Louisiana going up in fire today. Yesterday. That plantation burned yesterday. So, I was looking at that kind of, but yeah. Um, this is a good question. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, we have the Hierophant in reverse. Major Arcana card here. Mm-hmm. Prince of Swords. Oh boy. In reverse. Temperance. In reverse. Okay, so okay. Now I just need to pull one. I know what I'm being told. I just have to. He won't admit it. This is starting to change his thought processes about her. He won't admit it, and some people may not want to hear it. I have to go with what I'm being, the messages that I'm being sent, and I have to go with what I'm looking at right here and how it all rolls together. He's starting to change. That there are some wavering energy there, and I feel like the energy is part of it is okay. So he knew about some things, but he didn't know about other things. So it's different when you are completely 100% honest with your person. And then there's a difference in you tell your person some things and keep other things from them. And then they find out about the other things. Right. At least right now, what I'm getting right now, there's some, yeah. Mentally, he's going through it right now. Mentally, he's going through it right now. Um, mentally, he's going through it right now. He's still there for her, but mentally, he's going through it right now. He's going through it right now. Thanks for that question. Okay, let me see. What is this? Okay, the next question is from our good sis, Sweet Ace of Silhouette again, and she asks, will Diddy's mom and baby mama keep supporting him through the trial? Where's our good sis, Miss Addie, to address this? Because if she allowed me to play Mammy Mountain, I probably would cue the music. But that's my own feelings. Those are my own feelings. Let's see what Spirit got to say. Because baby, we know that there are so many women that live on Mammy Mountain. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say about this. Will they keep supporting? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. We are 50 minutes in already. Okay, yeah, this is disgusting. Huh. Y'all know I don't like when that bozo show up. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're gonna keep supporting because this has nothing to do with them. This has nothing to do with them. At least for right now, they're gonna keep on because this isn't quote unquote stressing them. This is not a stressor to them. Okay, okay, so he up there. Okay, so he up there with his feet to the fire. Okay, but what they got to do with them? What they got to do with him? They're good. They're good. Okay, they're good. But yeah, I don't see any changes here. The question is, because we see our good sister high priestess here. The question is, which one of them? And I know somebody's gonna ask the question. Who out here purchasing magic on his behalf? Somebody out here doing magic and purchasing magic and doing some rituals on his behalf. Somebody's out here doing it to try and ease this. Okay, I was wondering if that was going to come up at any point during this. So answering your questions, yes, they will as of right now. But one of them, either the mom or the baby mom, is getting that magic, doing that magic allegedly. Okay, Sexy Arian says it came out through Cassie's testimony that Diddy went to meet Suge Knight and took a pew pew pew. Was it to harm anyone or plan something? Okay. Let's see what Spirit got to say, because I think I heard something about Suge Knight, but we're not in the courtroom. This is a federal trial, so it's not live. Okay. So that was this was about money. Yeah, this was, and we don't, none of us were there. None of us sitting here were there. But this was about money. This was a plan to do something because money was involved. This was a plan to either secure the money, to steal the money, to rob money. This was a plan for harm. This was a plan to take out somebody. This was a plan of punishment, and money was involved. Either they were getting money, they were stealing money, or this was being paid to do something. So that's answering that question right there. Hey y'all, hey Law and Order-ish, hey girl la la, hey girl la la. But yeah, so that was this was about money. This was a monetary deal. This was paying somebody for something. This was a punishment being doled out, and it was either being somebody was either being paid for something, or this was to rob or to steal. I don't know I don't know any of the beef. I don't know the East Coast, West Coast beef. I don't know anything about that. But this was something done, punishment, or doing something to either get paid some money, steal some money, or some type of something going wrong. Okay. So, hey that girl, how you doing? Okay. So the next question is from Sweet Ace of Silhouette, and she asks, will Carisha or Daphne Joy have to testify? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that was about Suge Knight, but listen, that was a punishment or some type of harm done to steal money, to rob money, or someone being paid to do harm. That's what that was as far as Suge Knight is concerned, allegedly. Okay. So yeah, let's get into this question. Let's get into this question. It's definitely possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible that they will. It is definitely possible. It's definitely it's yeah, yeah, this is possible. The question is, they will be called if if the energetics of the prosecution isn't going the way that the prosecution wants it to go. I kind of feel like right now, and it's just week one. I kind of feel like right now the prosecution is doing its thing with the star witness, which was Cassie. It is possible for them in the future. It depends. We have to see how the rest of the trial is going to go. It's very possible, but it depends on if the prosecution feels like they are losing. If they feel like they are losing, it's possible for them to come up. Hmm. It's possible for them to come up if they feel like they are losing. Yeah. Hmm. If they feel like they are losing, because the part of the prosecution's plan, and I'm just looking at all that, is to find, I don't want to say women scorned, but people scorned, people who can who can fight him, who can fight Diddy. So it's very possible for them in the future. We have to wait. We have to wait and see. And this is the card of the ship might be coming in. So we have to see. We have to see with the prosecution, but it's very possible. I'm leaning towards yes, but it's really up in the air right now. I think based on what I'm looking at here that it's possible if the prosecution think they're losing. Okay. So let me keep scrolling. Okay. The next question is from Donna, and she asks, how much did Alex know about Diddy's abuse towards Cassie? Okay. How much did he know? It's so funny because these cards that have been coming up represent Diddy. That man is, I don't want to say he's a chameleon, but he has so many, allegedly, he allegedly has so many hidden faces, hidden energies, almost like a chameleon, almost like a shapeshifter, almost like I can't explain it. But okay. Yeah, yeah, he knew about some things. So I want you all to look at this card right here. You see this woman? And let me move my hand down because the sun is changing. Okay. So you can see there are some cards, not some cards, some cups, right? Okay. So there are cups that were knocked over and spilled. Okay. So we got these three cups here. Things knocked over, things spilled. But then on this side, we have two cups that are still there. He knew some things, and then there were some things that he didn't know. He knew some things, but not everything. Someone just asked the question a little while ago, his feelings toward Cassie now and this whole situation now. There are some, and listen, I'm not here to be anyone's marital counselor or whatnot. Sometimes people who have been abused and who have been victims, they're okay with sharing some things, but not okay with sharing other things, and that is their right to do so. But there are some things he knew, and there were some things that he didn't know. So, how much I think he knew most of it. But sometimes it's just that little bit, right? That little bit, right? So yeah, thanks for the question. Next question is from our good sis Sweet Ace to Silhouette, and she asks, will the victims have to identify before testifying during the trial? Oh, that's a good one. That is a good question. That is a good question. That's a good question. All right, to anybody who's just coming in, thank you for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because this will be, a tarot reading, a live stream tarot reading in 3 parts. Part 2 is going to be halfway through the trial. Part 3 is going to be at the end of the trial. But let's get into this question. So right now there's a conversation about it. Right now there's a conversation about it. I feel like some will have to identify. They will identify with the court and with the court system. I don't know if they're going to be made known to the world. So like how sometimes a person is John Doe, Jane Doe, um, to the public, but like in the courtroom where the testimony is given, like who they are because like the name has to be for record. I feel like that's the way that it could go. Right now, it's up in the air. But I feel like there may be a need to want to protect these victims from the world. But in that courtroom, people may know. So I feel like it's 50-50. It may be known to people in the court. It may be known to the judge. It may be known to the prosecution and the defense. But I don't know if the world is going to know. I don't know if the public is going to know. Same thing like with some of the tapes, right? The jurors in the courtroom saw things that we the public didn't see. So I kind of feel like it's a chance on that. Okay, the next question is from Donna. She asks, is there any type of magic being done on Diddy's side to influence things to his favor? Okay. Okay, that's a good question. And I was waiting for Donna to ask because if you all don't know, Donna always asks the spiritual questions about who is doing magic in Hollywood, who is doing the magic, and why. Let me give this another good shuffle. Well, Donna asked the question. I'm here streaming live, and our good sis, the high priestess, has come up. Absolutely, there is some magic, baby. Okay, absolutely, there is some magic. Okay, absolutely, there is some magic, honey. We literally can't make this up. I keep telling y'all better learn some magic and do some magic yourself so you can get what you need done. Baby, the magic is out here being done. The magic is out here being done. And I can't fully see all the comment section, but baby, the magic is being done. So, yes, let's see how the magic is going so far, honey. Okay, so right now, so this is the 9 of Pentacles. Let me put these cards down. This is the 9 of Pentacles. Baby, they're paying some good money. They're paying some good money. They're paying a small fortune. Okay. This was the next card in my hand. Ooh, ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee. We got the tower here. We got the tower here. Okay, I gotta pull another one. I gotta see. I gotta pull another one. I gotta see. Hey, CN1. Hey, Natasha Boo. Ooh. So they're paying a lot of money. Whoever it is paying a lot of money for this magic. I don't know if it's gonna go the way they want it to. I don't know if it's gonna go the way they want it to. Like I said, we have this high priestess here. Our good sister, high priestess, bam, magic right out the gate. People are paying a small fortune for it. Then we have the tower right here. Okay, so the tower is now here. Listen, the tower card comes when you know you need that spiritual ass whooping, and that's your readjustment. Because after the tower, if you know your major arcana, after the tower, good things come, right? After the tower, good things come. Okay, but here we have the Ten of Swords. The question is it going to go bad as far as the verdict, or how will it be? How much of it is going to be bad? Um, right now, right now, right now they're being paid a lot. This spiritual worker is being paid a lot. This spiritual worker is really working. The magic is really just out the gate. It's 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 trying to do its thing. I don't know if this is going to go the way that they want it to. I don't know because when you get to this Ten of Swords, when you get to this Ten of Swords, baby, listen, they're out here working. They're out here working. They don't know how it's gonna go either. They don't know how it's gonna go either. Let me put these back in and then let me pull some more, baby. I need to pull some more because listen, sometimes you can do magic and it'll manifest, maybe not in the way that you want it to. Okay, depending on what's going on. Let me see. Okay, so right now they're doing magic. They want to stabilize things. Right now, okay, so right now, the magic that they're doing, at least right now the magic that they're doing is to, I don't want to say blame women, but the magic being done right now it's to destroy women, to destroy how women are supported, to destroy the community of people who uplift victims. And it's kind of working right now. It's working right now. Right now, they're doing magic to work on changing the thoughts and minds of people, probably of the jury, um, and how the jury thinks about the overall situation so far. Right now, it's working. Right now, it's working. But they out here doing a lot. They're doing a lot of magic. It's a lot of magic. It's a lot of magic. It's very heavy magic. What I saw in my mind was like a lot of smoke. What I saw and actually what I saw in my mind was blood sacrifice and blood rituals. I saw blood sacrifice and I saw blood rituals as far as this magic goes. Um, because we all know blood is the life force, right? Okay, and don't forget that Christianity has its blood magic too. So I don't want people to freak out about blood, but I saw blood magic, I saw blood rituals, I saw smoke. I even saw the talk of um human sacrifice as far as magic goes for allegedly for the defendant. These are the things that just popped into my head. So, um yeah. So, when you're getting to the point of blood magic, allegedly human sacrifice, that is heavy, heavy, heavy magic to try and develop a certain outcome. Personally, I don't think the magic is going to work, but I'm not going to say that the magic is going won't work. I think that their magic will manifest. It will just manifest differently than how they want it to. So let's say, for example, if he has to serve 5 years, 5 years is not 20 years. Okay. 5 years is 5 years, or maybe 3 years with community service, or something like that. So this is what I'm getting from their magic so far. Okay. Um, yeah. Whew, okay, that was a lot. Um, okay, so the next question is from Donna, and she asks, "Is there magic being done by the opposition against Diddy to make things go in their favor?" That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know if Cassie or the prosecution. I mean, we all know that governments and stuff like that allegedly do spiritual work. I don't, I don't know, but let's see what spirit has to say about it. I don't see it. The answer from what I'm seeing is no. I don't see it. I don't see it. I will say that the prosecution is working very hard, and they're working hard to control the narrative of this trial. But no, I don't see it. Okay, let me scroll. The next question is from Donna again, and she asks, is there magic behind the scenes by others being done so that they're not implicated in the situation? That is a good question. That is a good question. That's a good question because I think there was testimony this week from a was it a sex worker or someone? Um, I think there was another young lady today. We know Cassie, so you know, um, you got people out here already saying I ain't had nothing to do with it, aka Justin Bieber, right? Um, so yeah. Listen, listen, listen. Yes, 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 honey. Yes, honey. Yes. There are definitely some people out here they doing what they gotta do so that their name won't come up. There are some people doing what they gotta do so that their name won't come up. Okay? Because a lot of this is pulling from the past. There's a lot being pulled from the past. This isn't like this happened last year and the trial is last year. There's a lot of things being pulled from the past. What, 2010, 2011, something like that. There's a lot of stuff being pulled from the past. But the answer to your question is yes, honey. Yes. Okay. The next question is from Muffin218, and she's asking, how's the jury feeling about Cassie? I kind of answered that one earlier. Right now the judge and the judge is supposed to be impartial, but right now the jury is just like, I don't know. I don't know if you were quote unquote the victim like you said. I don't know. But yeah, so that's that question. Okay, the next question is from Sweet Ace's Silhouette. And she asks, will Diddy's mom or baby mamas testify? See, when child, let's see what spirit got to say. Let's see what spirit has to say about all of this. And I know you all are having your conversations down there in the chat. I'm just not down there yet. I'm just going question by question. Okay, we have us a woman here. We got somebody here. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I don't think it's on the radar of I don't think it's on the radar of the judicial system yet. There is a possibility. There is a possibility that one of them will be called to testify in order to change how people think about the defendant, because the defense is definitely going to want to try to paint the defendant as someone who's stable, as someone who is upstanding. There is a possibility. There is a possibility. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah. It's a possibility that one or both of them, this is a younger woman, this is an older woman. It's definitely a possibility that one of them is called. It is a possibility because they're going to want to and that's what the defense's job is. The defense's job is to help their client out whatever way they can, right? If they are called, it will be to try and say that he he is upstanding. He's been a long pillar of the community. He is this, that, and the third. It's definitely possible. Mhm. It's definitely possible, and I feel like if they call the baby mom they will call the baby mama to say like, "Well, he ain't ever did none of this to me." Okay? And then if they call the mom gonna be out here, all my life we had to fight and we tired of being picked on by the government and each one will have their story to tell. But I really feel like if the baby mom is called, it's to say ain't nothing like this ever happened to me. And we all know that um mothers protect their children. Okay, I think I just saw something, and this is the extent that mothers protect their children. I just saw a news story yesterday of a mother that was buying her son, her middle school age son, tactical gear and weapons so that that child could go do a pew 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 at school. This was a mother buying these things for her middle school son to go do a pew 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 at a school. She saw nothing wrong with it. So there are mothers who will go to such lengths to protect their children even when they're doing fuckery. Okay? So, okay. So the next question is from Sleepy B, and she asks, "How is Cassie's mother and father feeling after hearing her testimony?" That's a good question. That's a good question. Yes, tactical gear and weapons. You can Google it, Donna. You can Google it. It was recent. It was just like I saw the news story yesterday. And the person that stopped it was the grandmother. The grandmother was just like, there's a problem here. The grandmother is the one who saw the writing on the wall and told. But that boy's mother, a boy, because he's in middle school, was getting ready to do a pew pew pew, and his mom had no issues with that. So make understand that there are plenty of parents who are okay with fuckery. Okay. Listen. Okay, we got the major cards here. We have some major cards here. We have the moon, then we have two of wands, right? And then we have death. Death in reverse. Listen. They are not feeling good at all. They're not feeling good at all, but they know that this had to come out. They are not feeling good about it at all, but they know that this had to come out. They don't like it. Now, what is I kind of feel like Cassie's mother? Cassie's mother? Are you a spiritual worker? I kind of feel like Cassie's mom might be about that life. I kind of feel like she's about that life. But no, they don't like it. They are going through some heavy, heavy emotional, right? Like I said, I really feel like this Scorpio full moon that we just had has been tearing shit up. I mean, we have full moons all the time, but Scorpio is ruled by Mars, right? Mars is destructive. Mars cuts, Mars breaks things down. Scorpio is about emotions. Scorpio is transformational. There is death and rebirth, right? I really feel like this Scorpio full moon is literally tearing people up. It's tearing her parents up too. It's tearing her parents up too. But they know they needed to come out. They know that it needs to come out. They know that it needs to come out. Somebody gonna have to find me some information on Cassie's mom, because I think she might be about that life, that spiritual life. Whether she says it openly or not, I feel like she might be about that life. I mean, men do magic too, but I feel like it's her mother. Okay, let me go through. Let me see what's next. Let me see what's next. Okay, I gotta go down. Muffin 218 asks, how is Quincy feeling about all of this? Do you mean Quincy Jones, my darling? Is that who you mean? Or do you mean the son? You tell me what Quincy you talking about. I don't know if Muffin 218 still here or not, but yeah, a lot of people are praying for Cassie. A lot of people are praying for Cassie. A lot of people are praying against Cassie. That's the thing. When you have things, and this is why, I tell you all, like, when you're doing your magic and stuff like that, keep things quiet, keep your plans quiet, because people can't pray against what they don't know. Okay. They can't disrupt what they don't know. There are a lot of people pulling for Cassie. There are a lot of people who are not pulling for Cassie. Okay. The energetics are definitely battling and fighting out here. Okay. You mean the sun. Okay. How's the sun feeling about all this? Quincy the sun. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. The sun is not worried at all. The sun is not worried at all. Um the son is not worried at all. He doesn't feel bad. He isn't worried. He's not appalled. The son, I kind of feel like, and I don't know how old he is. I kind of feel like this son has had some issues with any type of relationships he's been in. So like the son was dating someone, he allegedly might have been treating his partner like shit. I kind of feel, and like the energy that I got off of this was like the son idolizes his father, looks up to his father. His father can do no wrong. But I really kind of feel like he may have the potential to, excuse me, if he dates someone or long-term partners with someone, eh, there is a potential for the son to repeat some of the energetics of the father. So, which is quite disgusting. But I don't feel like, and I'm getting fidgety. The energy is starting to change. I'm getting fidgety. I'm getting anxious. Um, I really feel like he may end up having some cover-ups as the son of Diddy as well. Um, yeah, but his son isn't feeling anything about it. He's just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, dad is locked up, but dad's gonna pull through. He's gonna make it. He still idolizes and loves his father. He still idolizes and loves his father. So, um, okay. So the next question is, okay, you said you think it's the mama. Fuzzy said she thinks it's the mama. Okay. So let me see. Okay, the next question isn't until Donna. Thank you so much, Attitude and Tylenol. Yes, being a member for 12 months. We love you, girl. Okay. And I'm trying to see because the sun is like doing its thing. So let me pull the curtain a little bit. Okay. I don't know what this means, Donna. I don't know what this means. So ask it again. Okay. Now, this question I can get into. Donna asks, is divorce a thought passing through Alex's mind about Cassie with this trial? Okay. That's a valid question. I can only imagine. Okay, these cards didn't like that. I can only imagine what is being said in the courtroom, what he is privy to, what Cassie has told him, what he has to listen to. I can only imagine. So, let's see what Spirit got to say about it. Let's see what Spirit got to say about it. His daughter. Okay. It's divorce or thought. I'm not gonna say the divorce is a thought. I'm not gonna say the divorce is a thought. This man is he's wrecked right now. He's wrecked right now. This is the Ten of Swords. The husband is mentally wrecked right now. He's mentally wrecked right now. He's sticking it out. He's sticking through. He's mentally wrecked right now. He is tore up. Yes, 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 yes. His mind is changing. His thoughts are changing. Oh, okay. We have death here. Death is change. Death is change. Death is transformation. This is some more of that Scorpio energy. This is some more of that Scorpio energy. I'm not saying he's gonna divorce her. I'm not saying that at all. But his mind, he is tore up right now. Mentally, he is tore up right now. Someone said to me earlier today, because I've had a couple of phone calls today. Someone has said to me earlier that, you know, the husband may that their marriage may dissolve, in 6 months to a year. I don't know. I don't know. We're not privy to what they were privy to. But I can say that this man's thoughts are changing as it pertains to his wife. Mentally, he's wrecked right now. He's wrecked right now. So, yeah. So, let me see. The next question is from Donna. Let me see. Let me see. No, the next question is from Sweet Ace Silhouette, and she asks, "Will Clayton Howard have to testify?" Now, I don't know who Clayton Howard is. Y'all know I don't know. But let's see what Spirit has to say. Let me put these cards back in. Let me reshuffle. My stomach is rumbling. I'm hungry. So we will not be here that much longer. Matter of fact, yeah, we won't be here that much longer. So if you're just getting here, no more questions in the chat because I'm going to have to yeah, my laptop is getting ready to die really soon. So no more questions at this point. So I'm not answering any more questions after Donna. So that's it. So Natasha Glam says we all need to start doing some magic for victims to counteract whatever they're doing. Listen, I'm with that. I'm with that. I definitely advise people to start their own magical groups, magical covens, because more people working together, you can get more things done, right? And shout out to my cousin. Shout out to my coven. Coven, I mean. I'm hungry. Shout out to my coven because I and a couple other people, we get things done together. So shout out to my coven. Amen. I don't know who Clayton who that is. I don't know who that is, which is good. I don't know. I don't know. Will they have to testify? It's possible. If they do have to testify, they're not spilling any secrets. If this person has to testify, they won't spill any secrets. They've been paid off. This person has some financial troubles. They will be paid off. They will be paid off. They will be paid off or they have been paid off. It's possible for this person to come to be called. Is definitely possible for this person to be called, but I think that this person will be paid off or already has been paid off. So, okay. So the next question is from Donna, and Donna asks, is Diddy side considering doing magic to make sure some people don't show up to testify? We kind of already answered that. Diddy side is doing magic. Diddy side is doing magic. So, Donna wants to ask, are there any friends? Are there any friends? I'm so sorry, the sun is coming in. Are there any friends of Diddy? Y'all and this Diddy and Jay-Z. Donna, again, we're gonna have a conversation because this whole Diddy Jay-Z, um, I don't want to say obsession, but I think Jay-Z got other things that he has to focus on. And I'll leave it at that. Let's see. Are there any friends doing magic in his favor? Nope, his car was jumping out. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Now, there are some people that walked away from Diddy. Enough people who are powerful enough themselves to walk away from Diddy, they've done that. Okay, they've done that. But they've done that. But no, I don't see any friends doing magic for him. The people doing magic for him are quote unquote professional workers doing magic. I don't see friends here. Matter of fact, these friends then walked away, baby. They said he too hot. They said the block is hot. Um, hey Miss Cherry. Um, Next question from Donna. She asks, how are the Kardashians feeling about the trial? Okay, and the last question that I'm going to answer is going to be Donna's question. So probably in like the next 5 minutes, then I'm going to end this. Listen, there are a bunch of terrible people out here. There are a bunch of terrible people out here that will watch harm being done and don't say anything. Okay. How are the Kardashians feeling about the trial? Hmm. Listen, the Kardashians are defending themselves right now. Okay, so Spirit wanted me to let y'all know that allegedly, see, allegedly, I don't want to say they're worried about the trial, but you know, it's more along the lines of if one person can potentially go down, other people could go down. How are they feeling about the trial? They're not worried about it as far as themselves. They're just like, okay, we need to make sure that we do things so that we won't end up in the same type of trouble, if that makes sense. So, how are they feeling about the trial? The trial is just like, okay, well, things can happen. They are protecting themselves. They are protecting themselves from this type of fallout. So it's not they're not worried about being called in. They're not worried about being called in, but they're just like, okay, so we see the bullshit writing on the wall. Let's make sure that we protect ourselves from um having to be on trial like this. So no, they're not worried about their involvement coming out, but they are protecting themselves. Okay. Are the Kardashians doing magic to stay out of the principal's office? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Allegedly. 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 But the answer is yes, honey. Okay, so this is the last question. This is the last question, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Donna asks, overall, who is round one of this trial pivoting in favor towards, Diddy or the state? That is a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, Natasha says nothing ever seems to stick with the Kardashians. But see, there's a difference between people who have magic in their lineage, magic in their blood, magic in their ancestral line, versus people who just started doing shit. Allegedly, the Kardashians are witches. They come from a line of people. It's in their blood, it's in their heritage. Their line has been doing things for a long time, for many, many years, many, many decades. Allegedly, Beyonce, and through her mother's side, allegedly, okay, allegedly the spiritual workers are there and are part of her bloodline. Then we have someone like the defendant. The defendant is someone that just started dabbling. That is the difference. The defendant is someone that started dabbling, who's like, oh, snap, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. The defendant is someone that got brought into the occult via the industry. The defendant is not from a long line of workers. That is the difference. Okay. Yeah, that is the difference. Okay. When you have people in your family that can that have the power of the tongue, that can call things up, that can conjure things, that have all these spiritual gifts and stuff like that, listen, okay? That that family right there, okay. Okay, play with it if you want to. Then there are people, who were brought into it. People who were brought into it. Okay. That is the difference between allegedly the Kardashians and allegedly Beyonce's family. So, okay, y'all better start talking to y'all ancestors. Y'all better start feeding y'all ancestors. Go set up your ancestor altar. Give them some water. Give them some food. Give them some candles. Give them some incense. You better be going to that cemetery, okay, and cleaning up their graves and going to go speak to your people, okay. You better start doing it, okay. Because, like I said, and this is how you know when someone doesn't know what the hell they're doing. The defendant has a tattoo of a spirit on his back that's a protector of women. What type of fucking idiot are you? Okay. What type of idiot are you to have someone, a spirit, tattooed on you that is a protector of women, and then you out here doing this shit? That man is an amateur. This is why I say he's an amateur. Okay. All right. Last question. Overall, round one. Overall, right now, as of right now, where is this pivoting? Hmm. Right now, believe it or not, it's in his favor. Right now, believe it or not, it's in the defendant's favor. Right now, believe it or not, it's in the defendant's favor. And Spirit want me to tell y'all it's in his favor. And this is just right now. This is the end of week 1. It's just right now. Right now it's in his favor because there was something released. There were some text messages or video or something. And right now the case is not being made. See, right now it's the Cassie was beaten, was a victim. Right now this week is not necessarily answering the questions as far as Rico. Okay. Right now it's not in her favor. Right now it's in his favor. But it's the end. It's the end of week 1. It's the end of week 1. So whatever the transcripts, the testimony, the text messages, I think I saw something earlier where both sides are trying to get part of these text messages redacted or removed. Okay. But right now, this testimony is not answering the question as far as Rico goes. A scumbag abuser, yes. Answering the question about Rico, no. Okay. So that's the answer to that question. So, with that being said, it's just week 1. We've gotten into the energies of week 1. And listen, we will be back sometime in June, maybe July, end of June. Yeah, end of June, maybe the first week of July to kind of get into part 2. We really have to wait and see how things unfold, see these witnesses get into the transcripts, all like that. Okay. Right now it's just week one. So, we have to give things time to unfold, for energies to unfold, for things to happen, and then we'll be back with it. So, with that being said, let me, with that being said, let me, yeah, with that being said, let me do this. Okay. Um, yeah. Um, Old bloodlines versus new bloodlines. Yeah, we may do that in the future. But yeah, so right now this is week one. This is week one. This is the energies of the trial. Again, I had to go with what was being told to me. I had to go with what was in front of me. We still have 7 more weeks to go. They said the trial may run 8 weeks. So listen, I just definitely want to say prayers to all of the victims. May you get the support, the love, and care and community that you need, to any and all victims of SA, of trafficking, of domestic violence, because it happened to me, right? And I did not have the community that I needed, right? So my heart is always with victims, right? So with that being said, let's get out of here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow, for those of you still here, tomorrow, for those of you who are interested in Nesto shenanigans, we're going to have a full-blown live stream tomorrow on Nesto, what's going on, his upcoming trial, things that have been happening since the last tarot reading live stream. So if you're interested in that, stick around. If you need a personal reading, or if you need me to get into your astrological natal chart, please sign up with me, schedule those appointments. I am completely off next week. I am not doing any client work next week. I'm actually traveling again next week. So in the end of May, early June, go ahead and get your appointments now. I'm traveling again. I know in June and I know in July. So get your appointments in while I'm stable, while I'm still here around. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm about to go give me some food to eat. I love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all in these streets. Take care.